Good evening, sir. In the earlier session, we have talked about what is delta and how delta impacts option premium. Then we have also seen how delta can be used for taking option trades, because like a particular trade, whatever we have taken, its behavior with underlying can change based on the magnitude of delta. Okay, so these things we have discussed in the earlier session. Hope you are clear about those things. In case if you have any query that is related to delta, please let me know so that I can solve it. So we will move on to the next topics, next things that are related to delta. Based on our discussion as of now, so here are a few points which you should keep in mind. Delta alone should not be used for entering into the trade. Delta alone is not sufficient. Delta is one of the most useful factor, but that alone is not sufficient. Delta alone is not sufficient. We should also consider the effect of gamma, vega and theta, which are other option Greeks. Okay, so these option Greeks also have so much impact on option contracts premium. So along with delta, we should also be aware of how gamma, vega and theta values are impacting the option premium. So we should look at all option Greeks together in order to make a trading decision based on option Greeks. And if you are looking at delta, you should also see how the moneyness of option is changing. So this is important, because as the moneyness of option is changing, delta will also change. Okay, so delta is not constant. It changes with moneyness of option. That means, let's say market is at 11,185. At that time you have taken 11,200 or 11,300 call option. 11,300 call option you have taken. This means you have traded, you have bought out of the money call option, OTM call option. Okay, as market starts moving from 11,185 to 11,300, the moneyness of this particular option is going to change. At the point of taking the trade, this particular contract is OTM, out of the money call option. When market reaches 11,300, this out of the money call option will become at the money call option. And when market moves to 11,400, this at the money call option will become in the money call option. So as the moneyness of the option is changing, its delta will also change. Okay, when 11,185 market is at 11,185, you have taken 11,300 call option, so it is out of the money call option. So its delta is probably somewhere around 0.3, depending on how much time is left for expiry. Let's consider its delta is 0.3. But if on the same day, if market comes to 11,300, the delta value will increase towards 0.5 or 0.55. And as the market starts moving to 11,400, it will further increase to 0.65 or 0.7, something like that. So delta will also keep changing with moneyness of the option. We should remember this thing, because we just can't keep a fixed value assigned to the delta and do all calculations based on that singular value. We should also have a look about how moneyness of option is changing and how it is going to impact delta. So in the following session, we will discuss about how delta value will change with the spot value, and then which contracts are good for buying or selling. Here is a typo, please don't worry about this one. So how delta changes with the spot value, and how and which contracts are good for buying or selling. These things we are going to discuss in the next session. In this session. So if you look at this particular figure, this blue color curve, it is indicating call options delta value. This is a generalized curve. That's why here value here price is not given. Normally on x-axis price will be there, and on y-axis we are plotting the delta. Okay. If you are trading an at the money call option, let's say 11,400, 11,500, like that. If I am talking this 11,300, when market is at 11,400, this 11,400 value is at the money, right? So here if you see, for at the money call options, delta will be 0.5, and as the market starts moving in the upward direction, see, the option will become in the money, and so does the delta will change from 0.5 to 0.6, then 0.7, 0.8, but it will never cross 1. 1 is the upper limit. So the same way for put option also, for in the money put option, delta will be closer to 1, and for out of the money put option, delta will be closer to 0, and for at the money put option, delta will be equal to 0.5. okay. So for far out of the money call options, so delta is very less, it is almost approaching 0, and as it starts moving in the forward direction, that is moving towards at the money or towards the spot, delta will slowly starts to increase, but up to certain movement there will not be much change. It will still be 0 only. It will be still be 0 only, because this distance is very large. Unless the stock moves properly towards the strike, there won't be much difference in the delta value. Okay. So now we know that for in the money call option or put option, delta will be more, and for at the money call options, delta is also good, but for out of the money call options, delta is less. And if you look at deep in the money, deep out of the money call options, their deltas are like almost equal to 1 in the case of deep in the money call option, and the delta is almost equal to 0 in the case of deep out of the money call option. Based on these things, what would happen in case if we trade in the money call option, at the money call option, out of the money call option? So these things we should understand. Okay. So the remainder of our discussion we will spend on this particular concept. So if we look at the behavior of delta with respect to moneyness of the option, this picture we have seen in the earlier slide. So you can consider 4 phases in the development of delta. Or see, for deep out of the money call options, delta is almost 0. It slowly starts to increase as your stock starts moving towards the strike price. That means, let's say you have taken 11,800 call option, but market is at 11,200. okay. 11,800 call option you have traded, it indicates you have traded far out of the money, far out of the money, far out of the money call option you have bought. So delta is going to be very less, almost equal to 0. That means here delta will be somewhere here. So as the index, that is which is at 11,200, as it starts increasing and moves towards 11,800, then the delta value will slowly starts to increase. For the initial movement, that is from 11,200 to 11,400 or 500, delta will change very less. That means like here only. Let's say if I divide it into equal parts like this, 1 2 3 1 2 3, total 6 parts I have divided. Consider these are slightly see, there is small difference in the divisions what I have made, but hope you can imagine the picture right now. So for the same amount of division, like this portion, and this portion, see how much delta is changing in the early phases from here to here. As the stock or index moves from this point to this point, delta will increase only by this much. But from this point to this point, that means for the same amount of movement, price movement, okay, for the same amount of price movement, as the underlying starts moving from here to here, delta will change from here to here, then from here to here, here to here we have seen, from here to here if you see, delta will change almost up to this much amount of change will be there. After that again it starts decreasing, then like this. So it starts increasing, it picks up the space, then it will stabilize. So here we have divided the movement of delta into 4 phases. So pre-development phase, takeoff phase, acceleration phase, and stabilization phase. So if you are an option buyer, you don't want to be in pre-development phase or in a stabilization phase. You should be in either a takeoff phase or acceleration phase for making good profits. Okay, good profits. You should be in a takeoff phase or acceleration phase. That means you should buy at the money options or slightly out of the money options. You should not buy far out of the money. Far out of the money you should strictly avoid. At the same time, buying deep in the money options is also not very good. Okay, if you look at this point is at the money, but still here also some good amount of movement is there. But if you are saying, if you are talking about this particular point, this is considered as in the money only, but slightly in the money. So if you want to be an option buyer, at the money or slightly OTM or ITM, these options are normally considered as best for option buyer. Okay, so looking at these different phases of delta, we can come to we can make a point that at the money, slightly out of the money, and in the money options are good for option buying. Okay, so if I am talking about phase 1, delta value is close to 0 when the option becomes deep out of the money to out of the money option. So as the option is becoming deep out of the money option phase to out of the money option phase, delta is still close to 0. Okay, 11,600. Then if you have bought 11,600 CE option, when market is at 11,100, its delta is almost equal to 0.03. For it to move up to 0.3, if you want this delta to become 0.3, this market has to rise by almost 300 points, which is very large movement and won't happen that quickly. So if you are expecting a movement of 100 points or some 50 points, okay, in this case it is better to take 11,050 call option or 11,000 call option or 11,200 call option. Instead of buying 11,600 call option, it is better to take 11,000 call option or 11,200 call option when market is at 11,100, because its delta is very less, and while the market makes this movement, there can be problems due to decay of theta also. You should consider multiple factors while taking trading decisions. See here, this is a screenshot taken from Sensible platform of Zerodha. In case if you are trading in some other platform, I would strongly advise to consider Zerodha as your broker, because there are so many good options that are available in Zerodha terminal. You can visit the link that is given below the video for taking a trading account. And once you have taken the trading account, you can let me know so that I will provide some goods for you to help you with the trading. So moving on to the discussion now. So let's see, if Nifty moves by 100 points, then 11,600 premium will become 6 rupees from 3 rupees. Why? Let's see here. 11,600 we are talking about. So this is 11,600 call option. Okay, this is 11,600 call option. Its premium is 3 rupee. Okay, so this is a screenshot of open interest delta value and premium value for an example, like for a Nifty. Okay, when market is at some point, like let's say we don't worry about the point, 11,600 is the call option that is taken, and its premium is 3 rupee and delta is 0.03. If market moves by 100 points, that means market moves by 100 points, and then in this case the premium will increase from 3 rupee to 6 rupee, that is it is almost doubled. The premium has almost doubled, that means 100% returns. Just for a movement of 100 points you can double the money, but that doesn't indicate trading far out of the money call options is a good decision. Why, we are going to see in next slides. Try to calculate the same scenario just for the movement of 30 points and no movement at all. Okay, so now we will calculate what will happen if there is a movement of just 30 points. So we have taken 11,600 call option, its premium is 3 rupee. If there is a movement of just 30 points, if market moves by only 30 points, so because of delta, 30 into 0.03, okay, 0.9. So premium will increase from 3.05 to 3.95. Okay, premium will increase from 3.95 to 3.05 to 3.95. And in case if there is no movement, premium should actually lie at 3.05 only, but because of theta decay there will be some amount of loss, even if it is losing by some 20 paisa within a day. That is almost equal to some 8 to 10% of your capital. If you have invested 1 lakh rupee, so you are going to lose almost 8k to 10k rupees on this single trade alone if you are trading far out of the money options. And if the trade doesn't go well, you are expected to lose almost 8 to 10% of the money because of theta decay, what is happening with this particular option. And in case if market moves in your direction, okay, there can be some good amount of money be made, but still we have to consider theta effect in that case also. Now let's see phase 2 and phase 3. That is when the delta starts picking up. In this case, let's say at the money options and slightly out of the money options we will consider in phase 2 and phase 3. So here when market is at 11,100, when I have taken the screenshot, market is almost at 11,138, and here 11,150 call option. Okay, market is almost at 11,178 or something like that. 11,200 call option is actually at the money call option. Okay, and 11,150 call option is also considered as at the money call option. So here for just 100 points movement we can get 57 points, that is a return of 69.5%. okay, and in the same fashion, if we consider for out of the money call option, let's take 11,300. in this case we can get 23 return, 23 points for 100 points movement. So now if you look at phase 4, that is out of the money call options, that is 11,000, 10,900, 10,800, 10,700. These are all for in the money call options. See here, delta is almost stabilized. Because as the market starts moving in the forward direction, whatever option we have bought, it becomes deep in the money option. So here is a typo. It is ATM to ITM and deep in the money. Okay, not OTM and for OTM. As the option starts moving from ATM as the option starts as the market starts moving from one point to another point, at the money call option will become in the money call option, then deep in the money call option. And you can see that delta has almost stabilized. There is not much change in the delta. Okay. So based on all this discussion, we can make these following points. Always avoid deep out of the money call options because they carry extreme risk. And buying near out of the money options is also little expensive, but they offer great results. Buying near out of the money options is also little expensive, but they offer great results. So they can be bought when there is sufficient amount of time to expiry. Okay, but we should be careful during the second half of expiry. If you are dividing a month into two halves, in the first half there will be lesser amount of theta decay compared to the second half. So there will be less amount of theta decay on option premium compared to the second half of the expiry. So if you are trading slightly out of the money call options, you should be having your idea on how theta is going to play on that particular trade. So if you are in the second half, try to avoid playing out of the money call options. And buying at the money call options is even more expensive, but it also offers good results, and there will be good result with small movement in underlying, and it should be considered in the second half as well as in the first half of expiry. That means you can buy the option at any time. You need not worry about when you are trading this, but you should be careful about buying these options when expiry is very near. Expiry is very near because there is effect of gamma and vega on these options. The gamma effect and vega effect will be extremely large on these at the money options, actually on all option contracts when expiry is very close. So that is one thing we should consider. And buying far out of the money call options, be it a call option or put option, beyond the range is also not wise, because they are obviously seller's choice and we should use them only in a strategic fashion. So moving to the next slides. If you are trading with multiple contracts, it is possible for us to obtain combined delta of our combined position. Let's say you have bought 11,100 call option and 11,000 call option also. In that case, you can directly combine, you can directly add 0.87 and whatever delta that is there for 11,100. These deltas you can directly add. In case of futures, the delta is considered as 1, but by taking multiple positions, you can increase the delta value. Okay. So let's say 11,100 call option contract if you are taking, okay, its delta is 0.56, and 11,200 call option if you are buying, its delta is 0.43. If you have bought 11,100 call option and 11,200 call option together, the combined delta of your trade is 0.99. With each point change in Nifty, your position will also increase by 0.99 rupees. Okay, with each point we will gain 0.99 or we will lose 0.99. Another example. So here 11,500 put option we have bought. 11,500 put option, 11,100 call option and 11,200 call option. See, market is at 11,130 and you have bought one at the money call option and one slightly out of the money call option and one in the money put option. These three trades you have taken. So here total delta is 0.11. That means you gain only 0.1 rupee with each point. Okay, if market is, so overall delta is positive. Here if you look at that combined delta, it is positive value. That means here you are actually bullish. You are bullish on the market, but you are having a small doubt whether it will increase or not, like that. Okay, because of which you have kept the delta slightly low. if your view is correct, okay, if your view is correct, if market starts moving towards 11,150, 11,200, something like that, then since you are long on these two option contracts, this 0.56 will become 0.67, 0.78, something like that. It will start increasing, and this 0.43 will also increase towards 0.5, 0.6, like this. Okay, so and combined delta will also increase like 0.25, 0.3, like that. As market starts moving in this direction, you are going to get increased returns. Your returns will slowly start like this. But as the market starts favoring you, the returns will increase in an exponential way, because this put option delta will also slowly starts decreasing, like 0.88 to 0.8, then 0.07, something like that. It will increase, and your profitability will not get much affected. And since all your trades will be with some amount of stop loss, you won't be suffering that much loss also in this particular position. This is how you should use deltas in case you are trading with deltas. And the next thing is, see here combined delta is minus 0.75, not 0.75, minus 0.75. Sorry, the slide is not properly edited. Here combined delta is minus 0.75. What it indicates is we are short on the market, we are selling the market, our view is bearish, we are decently bearish, and we have very less ambiguity in the mind. So we get to make 0.75 point for each point fall if you are right on the direction. And as the momentum picks, so this delta is also going to increase, and we can make a more amount of money. So looking at these things, I want you to develop a delta neutral strategy. That means combined delta of your position should be equal to 0 or close to 0. And as the market starts moving in the upward direction or downward direction, okay, combined delta position should be equal to 0 at the beginning. Okay, so let's say you have taken the trade at 9:30 a.m. today. At that point, your total delta of the position should be 0 or 0.0, close to 0, okay, almost equal to 0. And if you look at 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. today in the afternoon, let's say the price has increased by 100 points, because of which your delta will slightly adjust, like it will be either 0.05 or 0.12, something like that. Okay, so in that case, if you are trying to adjust the trade, which trade you should add or which trade you should remove, so think in this direction and try to devise a delta neutral strategy. This is your homework. And another work is create an option position with 2 lots. Like I want you to trade 2 different option contracts. You have to trade, and the returns should be equal to future of bearish delta movement. Okay, future of bearish delta movement. So if I am talking about Nifty contract, Nifty futures, if you are trading, if Nifty is falling, you are going to get loss of 1 point for each 1 point fall in Nifty. So I want you to create an option position with 2 option contracts with returns equal to Nifty future. And few more important points related to delta before we close up our discussion on delta. Delta gives us the probability of an option contract expiring in the money. If delta is 0.43, what it indicates is there is 43% chance of that particular contract closing in the money. Okay, there is 43% chance of closing that contract in the money, and one can use this probability criterion for planning their trades as well. Let's say you are trading far out of the money. When market is at 11,200, you are buying 11,900 or 11,800 call option. For this, delta will be almost equal to 0.1 or 0.05, something like this. If delta is equal to 0.05, what it tells us is there is only 5% chance of this particular contract closing in the money. That means Nifty has only 5% chance of breaching that level of 11,800. This means Nifty has very less chance of reaching 11,800, only 5% chance of reaching 11,800. So there is it is not wise to buy 11,800 call option in most of the situations. So in the next session we will talk about gamma and theta. Hope you are clear about delta. So in case if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer. Thank you.